Hi there, this is a video instructional tutorial on how to use my book tracker. If you are an avid book reader, this is a perfect spreadsheet for you to keep track of the books that you want to read, what you're currently reading, how much you've read, and how much time you've spent doing it. Okay, so here at the top, we've got a chart that shows how many number of pages read. So as you put in everything on this column, it will change. So if you've read 1,000 pages, it will add that to this number. Total number of books completed. So as you check off boxes on column E, this will change for you. The average book rating, the book rating. This is an average on column N. So if you've read your book and you've given it a rating of 1 to 10, it will give you an average of 5.5 based on what you've given. So if you've given a bunch of 10s, then everything you read is going to change that book rating. Then you can have a space here to put your favorite book. Bless you. So you can put your favorite book here. All right, here, let's explain here on the left. This is the number of books you have on your list. So this calculates automatically for you. This is a place for you to start when you have started reading your book and when you've ended reading your book. So you can double click in here, and so say you started reading it on February 1st, double click in here, and then you've ended it on the 28th. Double check. My just words are not working today. Click if this is completed or not. And then status, if you want to read it, if you're currently reading it, if you've put it down and you're going to finish it later, or if it's complete. You type in here for the title, the author, and then the category, if it's fiction or nonfiction, and genre. And I have a bunch of items here. If you wanted to change this, you just hit the edit button and you can add another item here if you wanted to. And if you did that, then you would just have to click here and then drag this down all the way to the bottom and it'll change everything for you. Another item. Okay, so I'm going to undo that with Control Z. Okay, perfect. All right, the number of chapters, and then so you just write down the number of chapters in the book, the total number of pages in the book, and then the number of pages read. So again, you can change this if you want. If you only read 5 pages and you decide you're going to finish it later, then that's fine. Give it a rating of 1 to 10. If it's a library book, you can put the library due date. That's just a feature. If not, you can just hit the backspace button and delete it out. And then notes here. If you don't like this column, literally click O and hit delete column if you just don't want that part. But, you know, it might be handy for those of you who get these books from the library. And then a place for notes. So this book was great. No thanks. You know, whatever you want to type on here. Okay, so that's all of the book tracker. And then time spent reading. So if you want to just calculate how much time you've spent reading your books, this will calculate the total hours spent reading. So you would just pick a date. So let's say 1/5/23. Put in your book name. And then I have read 25 pages and I started at, let's say, 10 a.m. and then I stopped at 10:30. So that did a half of an hour and then it added it to my total. So isn't that fun? So that's really exciting to know how much time you spent. And this actually might help if you need to read for, you know, some sort of a book club or you know, so, like kids have those rewards in the summer for how much time they spent reading. So this will help you calculate that. So, all right, well, that is the end of how to use my book tracker. If you found me on YouTube, feel free to click on the link in the description below for purchasing this item. And I hope y'all have a great day. Thank